I welcome you all with my love and respect. I thank Vijay Foundation for organizing this wonderful program. Today's subject is living enlightenment. I'll try to share few ideas, few truths. Then we will internalize these ideas, these truths by questioning them. Please understand. If you don't question, you don't internalize. So we will have a question answer session where you can question these truths to internalize. There is another one problem. If you are completely negative, questioning is not going to help you. Same way, if you are not in the inquiry mood, questioning is not going to help you. Some people, they are just filled with belief or faith. They are not in inquiry mood. And some people are completely negative. Again, they are not in inquiry mood. If you have the deep seeking, the inquiry sense, and inquire, you can be sure these truths can be internalized, and any truth internalized expresses in the life by itself. In Vedanta we have 3 words: Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravana means listening to the great truths. Manana means internalizing it. Nididhyasana, living it. So today we'll listen few truths about enlightenment, try to internalize those truths, then naturally you will be living enlightenment. So the way for living enlightenment, the Jivan Mukti, is listening and internalizing. First, I'll try to share the few truths which I wanted to share with you all. What I mean by the word living enlightenment. Please understand, this is the definition I have to share with you all. Living enlightenment means conflict-free life. Living without any conflicts, completely in ease with your body, mind, and the whole surroundings, what you experience as the outer world. Please understand. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, how can we be conflict-free in this world filled with conflicts? How can, only when the whole world is silent, happy, blissful, I can become conflict-free? No, it is never going to happen. One more thing, actually your enlightenment is no way connected or related to whole world or anything. When you start living conflict-free life, what you know as the world will become conflict-free. Only that can happen. You will never be able to make the whole world silent, peaceful. All the problems are created by the people who are trying to make the whole world silent. All problems are created by them who are trying to create silence. Actually, even in the hall, meditation hall, I have seen many times, the volunteers who are shouting, silence, silence, they create more sound than the few people who talk. It is actually they create the more sound. So who have volunteered their life to create the whole world peaceful, they create more noise, they create more problem, they create more sound than the people who are living. Actually, there is no such thing as peace of the whole world. It never existed. It can never exist. Even now, the press people asked me about this global peace and all this subject. They say that so much of inequality, that is the reason terrorism. I say from the time immemorial, the inequality is there. Actually, more and more inequality happens by the people who are trying to create equality. What to do? Anybody who is revolutionary, the moment he comes to power, he becomes one more tradition. Last 3,000 years of the recorded human history, we have 5,000 wars. Each war claims, when they start the war, they say we are going to bring peace to the world. Each war, Each leader who starts the war claims he is going to bring peace to the world. One important truth is missed by all of them. When you start becoming conflict free, suddenly the world which you experience becomes conflict free. Only that is possible. This is the only possibility. If you try to do anything more, anything beyond, I always tell people, your manasarira can become peaceful. That is what is world. We have different layers of our being. Stula sarira means physical body. Your skin is the boundary of your physical body. Prana sarira means the prana which you use, maybe 6 feet to 9 feet. That is the boundary of your prana sarira. Mana sarira means the mind, the length and breadth which you can visualize with your mind, or the number of years you can foresee about your life. See, you can't foresee, you can't visualize about your life more than 1 year. Try your best. You may imagine, but you can't visualize. Imagination is different from visualization. Visualization means when you visualize, your heart also believes what you are visualizing is possible. Imagination means when you are thinking, your heart very clearly knows it is nothing to do with your reality. Please understand the difference between imagination and visualization. With imagination, when you are imagining, your heart knows you are imagining. With visualization, suddenly you know there is a possibility. Yes, I am thinking. I am working. There is a subtle difference between imagination and visualization. What you can visualize is the boundary of your manasarira. Whatever you can visualize, if that becomes conflict free, in tune with what you are inside, you are living enlightenment, you have brought peace in the world. Only this is the possibility. This is the only thing which is possible. Everything else is impossible. People think, oh, whole world should become peaceful, should become happy. Only then I will be peaceful. I will be happy. You will never be. It's like you wait. One child was waiting. Mother asked, where child was waiting on the seashore. Mother asked, why are you waiting without taking bath? He says, no, let all the waves get settled, then I will take bath. It's never going to happen. Please understand, it's a very subtle point. If you can understand this truth, your unnecessary efforts you will be relieved from those unnecessary efforts. Many times, we continuously suffer seeing others suffering. People ask me, Swamiji, are you not suffering? Seeing war here, seeing terrorism there. I said, please understand, if you also start suffering, you will add more suffering to planet Earth. Don't suffer. Try to bring people out of suffering. Your sympathy is supposed to bring them to your level. Not, it should bring you to their level. There is a big difference. If you also reach their level, what will happen? There is one more person who is suffering. People come and ask me, what is the solution for poverty? I tell them, try to bring them to your level. Change their consciousness. Change their idea about life. Try to bring them to your level. If you start thinking about that continuously and depressed, you will reach their level. Then we have one more poor person, that's all. It's no way going to help. So, what I mean by the word living enlightenment, the first definition, living conflict-free life inside your body, mind, and what you experience as the world. I am not using the word whole world. No. I am using the word what you experience as the world. This is the only possibility. Nothing else is possible. If this is done, you are living enlightenment. Usually, we set impossible goals and try to reach. When we fail, we confirm it is impossible. And once we confirm it is impossible, we stop putting even the little effort which we were doing. And after that, all we do is blame the world, blame the God, blame everybody. Continuously blaming. Our whole life ends in blaming. So fix the proper practical goal. understand what is possible and try to work. When you know something is possible and start working towards it, even a small, simple victories you achieve will bring tremendous encouragement, will give you tremendous courage, more confidence. You will start moving deeper and deeper towards the truth. You will start achieving and living what I call enlightenment. Let me define the enlightenment: living conflict-free life. If I have to use more words, I can give you a little detailed definition so that it can become like a practical techniques. See, now what I said, living conflict-free in the body, mind, and what you experience as the world is the truth. That's the truth. Now, I am trying to make that as a science which you can use in your life, applied science, technique. 4 techniques. I call these 4 as the techniques. 4 techniques to live enlightenment. First thing, changing whatever you can change, Shakti. Expressing energy to change whatever you can change. Please understand, spirituality is not complete tamasic acceptance. It's laziness. Laziness is not spirituality. Laziness is not spirituality. Many times, that is what has happened to India. See what has happened. The civilization, which stands for enlightenment, this whole country's infrastructure is built for enlightenment. This whole country's infrastructure, please understand, all over the country, the whole country is built for enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. But somehow, slowly in course of time, as Krishna says, Yogo Nashta Parantapaha. The yoga is lost. The great science is lost. When the science is lost, the tamas is taken as enlightenment. Tamas is taken as spirituality. The laziness has become spirituality. Laziness is not spirituality. The energy to change whatever you can change. The energy to change. You can change so many things in your life. People come and ask me, is the life defined, predetermined, or we have free will? It's like a tape recorder. If you don't interfere, it will go on. It will go on, pre-programmed. But you have a will to interfere in many things. You have will to interfere in many things. If you can interfere, there are so many things which you can change just with a simple effort. Not even you need to have a big sankalpa, just simple effort. Many things with which you suffer, simple addictions or mental setup. I am not even talking about like alcohol or smoking. Those things are different. The simple mental sufferings, the restlessness with which you are continuously suffering, the constant irritation which we are carrying, these all straight away you can change. The constant irritation is almost like our habit. See, you don't need any incident to irritate you. We are just waiting. We are just waiting to jump on people. Anybody, if they just come in our presence, that's enough, they will have their blessing. We are just waiting. They don't need to do anything wrong. If they just appear in front of us, that's enough. We are just boiling from the morning till the moment you rest or relax. We are just bubbling, boiling with irritation. Even that is an addiction. That is an addiction. These simple things you can change straight away. All you need is understanding. You have a big problem. No, 10 times I tried. I failed. I don't think it is possible by me. Please understand. 10 times when you actually try to create peace, as long as that your effort is there, the peace will be there. The restlessness will not be there. When you forget, then restlessness comes back. But when you remember, you don't remember, you forgot. That is why the restlessness came. You stopped your effort, only then restlessness came. You forget. After you stop your effort, only the problem starts. You think, no. Yesterday morning I tried to be peaceful. But see, today morning, I am not peaceful. But by yesterday evening, you forgot. You stopped putting the effort. We don't remember that. Whenever you put your effort, there is a result. When we stop putting the effort, only then mind goes back. We don't remember that point. That is a very important point. We remember only the points we started putting the effort. We never remember the time we stopped putting the effort. We let the mind go back, or we allowed the mind to become restless. We don't remember those points. You allowed the mind to become restless again. So please understand, this is an important fact, important truth. We don't express the energy to change whatever we can. There are so many things you can change in your life. The other day, one incident happened. One person came to me and said, Swamiji, I surrendered myself to you. You should save me. I said, what do you mean by surrender? And what way you want me to save? Because this is a very technical word. Anybody can use these words and abuse. Anybody can use and abuse. It's very technical. And words can be used in many ways. Words can be used in many ways. We need to be very careful. I ask them, whenever they utter any words, I tell them, please define it. Define it. Because many times your dictionary is different from my dictionary. Even though there is a common dictionary, we don't use it. Each one has their own dictionary. So please define it. Let's define. He says, no. I have a bad habit of going to wrong places. Now I surrendered myself to you. You should help me to stop. I sat with him, spent some time. I told him, this is wrong. Why don't you think of your life? You have become insensitive to love. You have become disrespectful to relationships. It is far more deeper in the life. And all few words I uttered. I told him, please carry on. And after a few weeks he came and said, you are not saved me at all. Still I am doing the same thing. I told him, what do you mean? You want me to take your car keys and hide? He told me, no, I have surrendered myself to you, but still I am a same old person. I told him, what do you mean? You want me to take your car keys and hide and tell you not to go anywhere else? You have the independence. See, when you want the independence to live as you want, I can only give you the knowledge. It's you who needs to apply. Then I told him, what do you mean by using the word surrender? And what do you mean by the word saying that I need to save you? If you say that extreme, then I can tell you, sit here itself, don't go anywhere else. Then he will say, no, I need freedom. I need freedom. Then I tell, all right, have freedom, have this knowledge also, so that you will live this knowledge in your life. No, you don't want knowledge, but you want freedom. It's like a freedom without responsibility. Freedom without responsibility. You have a freedom to change so many things in your life. We don't want to change. And we say, no, this is my life. What can I do? How will God save me? See, you are the God who can save you. Uttared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadayed. It is you who need to lift you by yourself. If you can't lift yourself, you are the worst enemy for you. If you can lift yourself, you are the great friend for you. So it is you who need to do. Many times people want freedom, but anything wrong happens, they say, no, I have surrendered to this God, I have surrendered to that Guru, nothing has happened. What do you mean? It's like using the words, being hypocritical, not straight, not honest with what they want to do. So the first definition, the first technique of living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti, is energy. Express the energy to change whatever you can. One more thing. Even simple things which you change in your life. Please understand. Simple things. You don't know the power of changes, simple changes which you make, suddenly you will see the cumulative effect of those simple changes. It's a huge transformation. You start changing simple things every day, small things every day. Even that, within a year or two, you will see such a drastic, great transformation. It's a cumulative effect of that simple change. Somehow, we don't respect that simple changes because we want everything instant. But we don't have intensity for that instant change. You want the instant transformation, but you don't have intensity for that. What to do? This is the only way. Express the Shakti. Express the Shakti to change whatever you can. There are so many ways. You can change the way in which you look at the world. You may say, usually people complain, no, I'm not able to drop smoking. I'm not able to stop drinking. These all you may not be able to do. That is different because that became part of your system. But there are something which you can change immediately. Cognitive shift. That's what I call cognitive shift. Understanding about the so many things of your life in the world. If you change the understandings, this all you can change it immediately. For this you don't need anything else. This is a simple thing. Bring knowledge to your life. Try to bring spiritual knowledge, understanding about the self, understanding about the world, understanding about the existence. These kind of things, it may be simple, but you will see your whole thinking system will become different. When the cognitive shift happens, see, whenever I use the word Shakti, the power to change whatever you can, first thing I mean is change the way in which you think. That is what I mean. Change the way in which you think. Don't try from the wrong corner. If you start, whenever I tell people, change whatever you can change, immediately they start struggling with their alcohol habit, their smoking habit, or some strong habits. Then you are bound to fail. Don't start there. Then you are touching the wrong point. Start thinking, start changing your thinking system. That's the first thing you need to do. Try to work on the thinking system. How you think. How you approach the world. Try to change your understanding. Shakti to change whatever you can change. The intelligence. The energy. You have so many ideas, so many understandings about the world. Wrong understandings. Many times which disturbs you and disturbs others. Try to change that part first. Actually, if you change the way in which you think, understand, the habits will automatically change. Even if they don't change, it's okay. I'm not giving you a license to do whatever you want. But if you start changing the way in which you think, many things will automatically drop, automatically change. You will see the whole life will become different. Just now, the press, they were asking me many questions. I was avoiding many questions. They said, one journalist said, it's escapism. I told him, yes, even if it is escapism, it is okay. If I can directly do something, let me talk about it. If I can't do, let me not talk about it. Same way, in your case also, whatever you can do, start working about it. Start doing something about it. Your understandings, you can change from today. From today, you can start changing the way in which you think. Many things about life, karma, effects, the cause and effects. So many ideas you have can be changed. You can reprogram your inner software. You can create more clarity, more understanding about everything. So reprogramming your inner software, please understand one more thing. The Dharma is not belief system. It is not belief system. Dharma is the legal opinion about the existence way of working. If you go to a lawyer and talk to the lawyer, you will have an idea, understanding about how the country works. Same way, if you go to a spiritual person who has experienced the cosmos law and talk to him, relate with him, receive his ideas, you will have an idea of how the existence works. Whatever I am talking is a legal opinion of cosmos. It's a legal opinion of cosmos. That is what I call Dharma. So internalizing Dharma is not just believing some facts. People think reading spiritual books means, oh, I start believing in this Swami, I start believing in that book. No. Knowing the facts, how the cosmos works, knowing the facts, how the law of nature works, that is what is Dharma. Being very clear, not believing if I do bad today, tomorrow something bad will come to me. Not believing that. Knowing the signs, how it clearly happens, connecting, feeling, internalizing, clearly understanding it's a fact. We may not be able to understand with our small logic today. Expanding your logic to understand that Dharma is a fact is what I call changing your mental setup, cognitive shift. One important thing you need to know, when you change the mental setup, when you start changing the mental setup, suddenly the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. See, the mechanical parts of your brain will be active just because you are a human being. The moment you take birth, you start growing, your physical age grows, the mechanical parts of your brain will be active just because of your birth. But when you start understanding the cosmic Dharma, when you start understanding the great truths, the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. That's what we call second birth, dvija, rebirth. That is, in the tradition we say, if you are initiated into spirituality, you are called dvija, reborn. Means, now you start understanding the Dharma of cosmos. Now your thinking setup has become new. You are not thinking in the angle of animals, the survival, just based on fear and greed. Animals don't need thinking because they don't need to do anything. All they need, they run based on fear and greed. If you are running based on fear and greed, the mechanical parts of your brain is more than sufficient for you. To go beyond fear and greed, for that only you need non-mechanical parts of your brain to be awakened. Awakening of the non-mechanical parts of your brain is what we call Kundalini awakening. When you start changing the way in which you think, the Dharma, how the cosmos works, how this happens, how that happens, people usually question me, how can energy be awakened by changing the understanding? See, in your life, day-to-day life, you can see, if you are trained to feel tiredness at a particular time, even if you have not worked the whole day, when the moment arrives, you will be tired. Really? Usually you get depressed morning around 9:30 thinking that you have to go to office. You get stressed. You can see even in Sundays when you don't need to go to office, that 9:30, 10 o'clock, you will have that low mood. You will tell yourself, hey, today is Sunday, I don't have to go to office, relax. Even then the low mood will not leave. The mental setup is directly connected to your Kundalini awakening. So when you use the Shakti, change whatever you can change, you are awakening tremendous energy in you. You are awakening tremendous energy in you. Patanjali says beautifully, even if you fight with one habit, you are awakening, releasing tremendous energy in you. See, habit is energy used unnecessarily or in wrong direction. Unnecessarily, wrong direction. Both is a habit. When you break one habit, even a simple habit like having a cup of coffee early morning, or will not be able to have breakfast unless you see the newspaper. Even this kind of habits, if you break even one single habit, you release tremendous energy in your system. You release tremendous energy in your system. That is why in our tradition, we had the habit of fasting. We had the habit of keeping vigil throughout the night. This kind of habits, this kind of traditions, so that you will try to break and create new energy. New energy. Habit means what? Living in a mechanical way, without attending, without bringing your awareness to this moment. If you live, you are in habit. Anything you do without bringing awareness to it is a habit. Anything you do with awareness is meditation. Your whole life, there is only two parts. One is habit, another one is meditation. If it is done with awareness, it is meditation. Anything, any action, if it is done without awareness, any action is habit. Even driving, you think, no. How can driving and all become habit? You can see in your life many times. You will start from your house. Only when you reach your office and park your car, suddenly you will remember, for last half an hour you have been driving. You have been driving. You have taken at least 200, 300 decisions. Taking right turn, left turn, stopping in a signal, honking. You have taken so many decisions. But only when you reach your office, suddenly you remember, half an hour I was driving. Please understand, your life has only two parts. One is habit, another one is meditation. If you are not, any part of your life which is not meditation is habit. Any part of your life which is meditation is not a habit. It means now, till this moment, almost all our life is habit. It is a habit. It is going on. Bringing awareness means trying to change whatever you can. Shakti. Express the Shakti to change whatever you can is what I call first technique, first method. Try to change even simple things. If you can, change. Continuously change. This is the first part of enlightenment, living enlightenment. First technique. Second technique, accept whatever can't be changed. Now big question comes. Where is the line? What I can change, what I can't change. Let me define what is acceptance. Then this question will be solved. First I say, change whatever you can change. The Shakti to change whatever you can change. Now I am saying, the Buddhi to accept whatever can't be changed. Death can't be changed. Many things. The life can't be changed. The flow of life. Accepting all those things. Relaxing with all those things. Buddhi to accept whatever can't be changed. See, there are so many things in the life which can't be changed. You know. Accepting all that is what I call intelligence, Buddhi. Now, this big question, how will I know when a situation comes in my life, whether to use my Shakti and change or accept, use my Buddhi and accept? What is the scale? Please understand, I can give you this one scale. A very strong, straightforward truth. This one scale. To measure whether your life is a struggling, whether you are wasting your energy in trying to change which you can't be changed, or whether you are accepting the things can't be changed and living smoothly. Please understand, this one point is a very vital point. It's very experiential. Early morning, when you get up from your waking state and when you get up from your sleeping state and moving to the waking state, your transition between the Sushupti, deep sleep state, and waking, Jagrat state, your transition, if that is very smooth, please understand, your life is going very smoothly, You are accepting whatever needs to be accepted. You are changing only whatever needs to be changed. You are not struggling. If the transition is very disturbing, please understand, now you need to learn more acceptance. You don't need to express energy. Now all you need is acceptance. Let me define very clearly. Early morning, it's a very deep, subtle, mystical point. I can say it's a very practical point. I don't want to just use some words and give you a lecture and go away. Then when you go out, what will happen? What will be the side effect? You will say, oh, Swamiji spoke well. But what is the use? What is the use? I am trying to share the practical techniques, very practical points. Early morning, when you move from the deep sleep state to the waking state, after coming to the waking state, if you feel alive, two kinds of feeling you will have. Sometime when you come to the waking state, you think, oh God, I could have been sleeping. That was a wonderful state. Sometime after waking up, you feel, oh God, that was such a drama state. It was such a torture. Now I am okay. Especially after night mass, if you come out, you feel, oh God, it was a worst state. I am so happy that I am out of that state. If you feel the deep sleep and the waking state, that in both states you are completely relaxed and settled. Nothing needs to be done. Just relax. You are in the right zone. You are in the right zone. You are expressing right amount of Shakti, right amount of Buddhi. You are changing what you can and you are accepting what you can't. You are in the right mode. If you feel the waking state is, if you feel more happy and connected in the waking state, if you feel loaded in the deep sleep state, you need Shakti. Means you need to change things now. You are lacking in that area. Please understand. If you are more happy after waking up, you felt somebody was sitting on you. People come and complain. Swamiji, Bhoot was sitting on me, on my chest and pressing me. No Bhoot needs to come. No Bhuta needs to come. Actually, we are more powerful than any Bhuta. No Bhuta needs to come. People come and complain. It's nothing but this psychological feeling of being suffocated in the deep sleep state. That suffocation is what you call, some spirit was sitting on me, sitting on my chest and pressing me. All kinds of descriptions they give. If you experience suffocation in the deep sleep state and feeling very relieved in the waking state, be very clear. You need to change many things in your life. Now you don't need to use your buddhi, you need to use your Shakti. If you are feeling more settled in the deep sleep state, the moment you come to the waking state, if you feel stressed, if you feel disturbed, if your pressure goes up, in the West they say 90% of the heart attacks happen only in the morning hours. They say Monday morning blow-ups. Especially Monday morning, the office stress. If you have that stress, the moment you enter the waking state, you are filled with the suffocation and stress. Then, now you need to use your buddhi. You don't need to change things. It is time you start relaxing. Whether you need to work or you need to relax, this is the definition. This is the scale. If you are more ease and settled in the deep sleep state or in the waking state, find out. You can find out every day morning, the moment you wake up, how you feel, you can find out. It's a very practical sutra to find out whether you need to use more Shakti or more Buddhi, because the whole spirituality, any seeker will have conflict between these two ideas. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, this is my situation. You want me to accept that this is God's will, or you want me to fight it out? Come on, tell me. Many people ask me, please understand, I can only give you the technique. You can find out the solution. See, in the waking state, if you are more stressed, you need buddhi. Means you are fighting too much, relax. Start using the buddhi. Start accepting things as they are. Stop fighting. If you are stressed, more in the unconscious zone, if you are feeling suffocated in the deep sleep zone, the deep sleep state, you don't need acceptance. You need fighting spirit. Come out. Start changing things. Start changing things. Every stress, every situation, early morning you can analyze with this one point. With this one point. Now I can tell you, if you use this technique, any problem, you can take a decision whether to fight or accept within 24 hours. Because every day morning you can scan. You can scan and see. And one more thing. I am responsible for what I am talking. I have worked with this technique very clearly. Not only on myself, with thousands of my disciples. It works. It works. Whether to fight or to accept. This is the method. Early morning, sleep with that problem. That night. Early morning when you wake up, feel the sleep was suffocating or waking up is stressful. Find out. If sleep was suffocating, it is time you use the Shakti, fight. If waking up after the waking state, if that was stressful, it is time, relax. Use the buddhi. Your intelligence is more intelligent than what you think. Your intelligence is more intelligent than what you think. The second point is buddhi, to accept whatever you can't change. In your life, there are so many things which you can't change. You need to accept. By accepting itself, you go beyond it. See, any problem, any difficulties, by accepting, you go beyond it. You go beyond. So many things, by acceptance, you go beyond. Even the people who come to fight with you, when you accept them, suddenly they lose the spirit of fighting with you. They think, what is the use of fighting with this fellow? Be too good so that you can't be disrespected. You can't be ignored. Please understand, this is the important sutra. Be too good. You can't be ignored. You can't be disrespected. We don't have that much patience. That is where problem starts. We don't have that much of patience to be too good. Then we go on blaming. No, good people are suffering, relax. Cosmos is not sadistic. Cosmos still runs as per Dharma. There is no Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is nothing but your brain. Kali Yuga is nothing but your ego. Kali Yuga is nothing but your impatience to look into the truth. People come and complain me. No, Swamiji, in Kali Yuga all good people are suffering. Bad people are living happily. No. Whoever suffers doesn't mean he's a good guy. And it's our ego. See, we are suffering in the outer world. But it is too much to say we are bad people. That is why we are suffering. It is too much. So we can't bear that. It's too much of guilt. So what to do? Then start blaming the whole world, whole structure. Let us blame the whole structure. No. God punishes all good people and all bad people are enjoying the life. No. Please understand. Cosmos is fulfilling itself through you. You are a miracle. You are not an accident. Constantly we think we are an accident. Cosmos is torturing us. No. Cosmos is not sadist. God is not punishing you. People come and tell me, no, Swamiji, you don't know God is punishing me. Please understand, God has not come to that level to punish you. And you are not raised to that level to be punished by God. You are also not that great to be punished by God. God has also not come down to that level to punish you. We go on abuse the Dharma. No, you don't know, it is Kali Yuga. Dharma will not be prevalent. This history says, that Purana says, that Bhagavata says, that Sutra says it's Kali Yuga, life will be like this only. No. Be very clear. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. I am responsible for what I am talking. I know the meaning of the words I am uttering. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. It is our impatience to look into the truth is what we call, or we claim, we come to the conclusion that it is Kali Yuga. Look a little deep into the truth. You will see Dharma is prevalent. It is Satya Yuga. When you are superficial, when you don't look into the things, world is Kali Yuga. You are in Kali Yuga. You will attract only that kind of people around you. You will attract that kind of friends around you. You will attract that kind of relationships around you. You will attract that kind of situations around you. You will be living in Kali Yuga. Actually, in what conscious you are, you will attract only that kind of people around you. You will be in Kali Yuga. If you look little deep, if you have little patience to look into the reality, the truth, suddenly you will see the world is Satya Yuga. Still Krishna is playing. Still Rama is living. Still all the great masters are alive. It is Satya Yuga. Still Dharma is running. People ask me, what do you mean by this? So much of terrorism is going on, so much of poverty, so many war is going on. What do you mean by this? Still things are Satya Yuga. Understand, when Krishna was there was no war or what? When Rama was there was no poverty or what? No. Please understand. When Rama was there also, some part of the world, people were living in Kali Yuga. And even now, some people are living in Satya Yuga. So, Satya Yuga or Kali Yuga is not the chronological time. It is nowhere related to chronological time. It is individual's decision. If you want, now you can enter into Satya Yuga. If you decide, from today, I will have different consciousness, then naturally you will attract that kind of friends. You can see in your life. If you are continuously having self-pity, you will attract the relationship friends who will torture you. You will see. You will continuously attract people who will abuse you because you feel very comfortable with them. After 3 days, you forget that they abused you. You can again relate with them. You find out their cell phone number. You forget just 3 days before you have been abused. No. It's okay. But he is a good guy. In the heart, he is very good guy. I don't know what do they mean by this word. In the heart, he is very good. Even though he abused me, in the heart, he is very good. They have their own technical terms to justify what is going on. You attract abusive relationships, abusing people, everything around you, if you are in that mood, if you are in that consciousness. So please be very clear. The moment you start clearly understanding the whole world is going as per Dharma, it is Satya Yuga. Suddenly, you will attract the people who are living in Satya Yuga. You will create that kind of friendship around you. You will create that kind of circle around you. Suddenly you see you are in Satya Yuga. To enter into Satya Yuga, all you need to do is, you don't need to create Satya Yuga. Just tune yourself to Satya Yuga. That's all. The 6 feet, whatever is inside your skin, make that as Satya Yuga. Suddenly you will see whatever is outside your skin also will become Satya Yuga. Nothing else need to be done. You don't need to make the whole world. You don't need to create stages in every city and go and talk about Satya Yuga. Let the whole world become should become Satya Yuga. Then only then I will enter into Satya Yuga. No. Just change your inner space into Satya Yuga. Suddenly you will see, you will attract that kind of friends. Suddenly that kind of books will reach you. That kind of DVDs will reach you. That kind of websites will reach you. That kind of newspaper will reach you. That kind of things will reach you. All other things will become, you will lose interest. Suddenly you will lose interest in all other things. In my whole life, I never went to cinema theater even once. People ask me, I studied in college. I studied diploma. People ask me, even in college, how did you manage, Swamiji? I said, somehow, I never felt that was part of my life. I'm not old person who lived 60 years ago, long before. I'm just 31. This generation. But that was never part of my life. People ask me, it is impossible. Without being influenced by cinema and TV, how can somebody be alive? I said, somehow, this is the way I am. They say, no, you are extraordinary, you are enlightened. Enlightenment happened few years before. But even before, somehow it was never part of my life. And even now, I can't sit in front of anything more than few minutes. Suddenly I feel completely disconnected. I don't feel it's a part of my life. I don't feel it's part of even my understanding. So please understand, if you enter into Satya Yuga, if you understand everything goes as per Dharma, the cosmos is not a sadist. Suddenly you see, you attract right people around you, you attract right things around you, the whole thing around you changes. It's a strong, straight, simple, honest, experiential truth. I am not saying change your inner space today. After 12 years, your surroundings will become all right. No. All I am saying, change now, you will see the result from now. I am not proposing any theories to you. I am witness to what I am talking. See, there are different kinds of people. There will be always critics sitting and criticizing anything. No. What this Swami talks, it's all flowery words, fairy tales. I have experienced all, I have read about all these things long before. I have heard enough of all these things. These are all not truths. You have read, you have heard. Have you practiced? No. You come to conclusion by listening to some stories, some tales. No. These are all not true. And moreover, we have, see, always there will be one group of people. Anything you say, they will be against. There is a beautiful story. Not beautiful, ugly story. In one village, there was a guy who was, the whole village abuses him as a fool. One enlightened master was crossing that village. This guy went to that master and said, whole village is constantly blaming me. I am a fool. Nobody respects me. Even a small kids throw stones on me, at me, and they say I am a fool. Please make me intelligent. Give me buddhi. The master said, nothing needs to be done. I'll give you one simple technique. Practice this technique for 1 week. You will become intelligent. You will be respected by the whole village. That guy said, in 1 week, whole village will respect me. Come on, tell me. Even if I had to stand on head, I will stand. I'll do it. He said, no. You don't need to stand on head and down. Don't bother about that. That is not that difficult. Do only one thing. Continuously criticize anything you see. Anything you see, criticize. Nothing else needs to be done. If somebody says, what a beautiful moon, say, what is there? There are so many black patches inside. What kind of beauty it is? Criticize. If somebody says, beautiful rose, what is there? So many thorns are there. What kind of beauty it is? Go on, criticize. Continuously abuse. Nothing else needs to be done. There are people who gain name just by abusing. They can't create even one simple thing, but they can destroy anything. Go on criticizing, constantly criticizing. Many times, our devotees bring and tell me the newses. Swamiji, this guy has criticized you. That guy has criticized you. What to do? Please do something. He should be punished. I tell them, that state of consciousness which is residing, that is the best punishment. He doesn't need a separate hell. Understand? He doesn't need separate hell. He doesn't need separate punishment. He is already in hell. He is already in hell. Because constantly if you are criticizing others, please understand, you are not that intelligent to have two minds. One mind to measure others, one mind to live with yourself. If you are constantly abusing others, you are living with the same mind. So you will be constantly abusing yourself unconsciously. You will be constantly criticizing yourself. Anybody who is criticizing others continuously will be continuously torturing themselves. It's a basic law. We think, no, I'll criticize others. When it comes to me, I'll change my mental setup. I'll think in a different way. I'll accept what I do. I'll do the same thing. But when others do, I'll criticize. You are not that intelligent. Please understand. We think, no. When others do the mistake, I'll criticize. I'll do the same mistake, but I will not disturb myself. I will not criticize myself. No. See your life. Constantly, if you are criticizing others' habits, if you want or not, you will carry that same mental setup and constantly you will be judging yourself and suffer with a guilt and inferiority complex. Anybody who accepts himself will accept everybody. Anybody who is judging and criticizing others will continuously suffer within himself. So whenever people bring me this kind of news, he has criticized you, he has disrespected you, he should be punished. Tell something, Swamiji. I tell them, no, relax. We don't need to punish him. He is in the state of consciousness. Already he is suffering. He has enough punishment. He is having enough punishment. Please understand. You don't do negative things and reach hell. You do negative things because you are already in hell. You are already in hell. And this guy who got the instruction from this master, he goes on abusing. He said, that is very easy, I'll do it. After 10 days, the master was coming back through the same village. After his pilgrimage, he saw a scene under a big neem tree. This guy is sitting, and the whole village is sitting below, sitting at his feet. They are all listening. When the master came, this guy looked and said, Master said, I want to talk to you. After the discourse, I'll see you. Please be seated. And after everybody left, he fell at the master's feet, fell at the feet of the master and said, oh master, it just really worked miracles. Master asked, what happened? He said, all I did is this only. I started constantly abusing. Whatever I see, whoever comes to me, I start abusing. And after a few days, people have started thinking, I am very intelligent. No, it takes only this much. To show yourself as intelligent, all you need is constantly abuse things around you. Nothing else needs to be done. Continuously criticizing. People who are continuously criticizing, one big problem is they will create only enmity. They will never be productive. They will never be productive. I have seen this kind of mental setup, this kind of people. They will never be productive. They will be such a lazy people, even in their personal life. I am seeing all over the world this kind of, all kinds of specimens I am seeing. This kind of people, they will be such a lazy, such a unproductive people. They can't do anything else except criticizing. They live in Kali Yuga. They live in Kali Yuga. That's the worst state to be in. If you understand, still Dharma is alive. Still Dharma is prevalent. Still, that is the way the cosmos is functioning. Cosmos has not changed the way because the time has passed. No. When you understand that, suddenly you will see your inner space will become Satya Yuga. You will start attracting friends, things, everything of the same energy, same consciousness, same Satya Yuga space. The third technique, understand? First technique is Shakti to change whatever you can. Second is Buddhi to accept whatever you can't. Third, it's important thing, Yukti. Yukti means clarity. Clarity. How much you change or accept, this whole thing is a one more dream. Understand? The ultimate step in Vedanta, or I can say ultimate truth in a simple words, whether you accept or change, how much you accept or how much you change, the whole thing is a changing dream. There is no scale. The whole thing is changing dream. Now I am putting the whole thing in one word. You don't need to struggle at all. This is I can say, ultimate truth. What we call Zen or Advaita. The ultimate truth. However you change, the whole thing is a constant changing dream. If you understand this truth, how much you change, the whole thing is constantly changing dream. Suddenly you will see you are unclutched. You have a tremendous relaxation inside you. People ask me, if everything is changing dream, then I can do whatever I want. Please understand. If you internalize the truth, everything is a changing dream, you will not be able to do whatever you want. You will do whatever cosmos wants you. You will not be able to do whatever you want. Because the moment you understand this truth, the tremendous inner healing will start happening. The struggle or the suffering will come to an end. One glimpse, whatever is happening is a changing dream. It is constantly changing. Your ideas are changing. Your ideas about changing is changing. Your ideas about transformation is changing. Your ideas about problem is changing. The whole thing changes. For example, sometimes people come and ask me, Swamiji, 12 years before I started my spiritual practice, I thought all my struggles will end. But after 12 years, still I have struggles. Understand? You may have struggles, but not same struggles. The transformation in struggles means transformation in you has happened. 12 years before, you might have been fighting with something else. After 12 years, you might be fighting with something else. When your opponent has changed, be very clear, you have changed. Your opponent cannot change without you changing. It means transformation has happened. Now your fight is happening in different level. In different level. Means the whole thing is changing. 12 years before, what was your desire? What was your fear? What you define as transformation? What you define as mukti? Even those things change. Your concept about liberation constantly changes. The more you expand, the idea also changes. I always tell people, enlightenment experience is ultimate, but not final. That's a big difference. Ultimate means all your ideas about enlightenment will disappear. All your ideas about body, mind, everything will disappear. That does not mean everything is over. It will be constantly exploding into a different space. This moment, you will think, oh God, this is the ultimate experience I can bear. Not more than this. But that does not mean it ends there. Every moment you will be having the same feeling. That is what I call enlightenment. It is a limitless continuum. Please understand. Limitless continuum. It will be exploding, but constantly. What you think as ultimate now will be happening in you. After a few minutes, what you think as ultimate now will be happening in you. What you think as ultimate in this moment will be happening. Limitless continuum. The continuously. The whole thing is changing. It means your idea about enlightenment, your idea about desire, your idea about greed, your idea about you, your idea about Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. All the three will change. Constantly it will be changing. That is what I call enlightenment. Please understand. People think enlightenment is retirement. No. No, you have an idea. After enlightenment, I will do this. I will do that. People come and ask me, Swamiji, what should I plan to do after enlightenment? I tell them, that plan he will do. You can't do. As long as you are planning to do, you will never become enlightened. Enlightenment is the last decision you can make. After that, you can't make any decision. All decisions will be made by somebody else or something else. All decisions will be made by something else. People think enlightenment is like a retirement plan. No, relax. It is a constant happening. It is a constant happening. You will realize everything, whatever, whether you change or you accept, it is just changing, changing, changing. It is just eternally changing. Yukti, to realize whatever you call as a reality is a changing dream. That is what I call yukti. There are so many wonderful truths which can be revealed inside you when you realize this whole thing is changing. So many things will be revealed. Your whole world is nothing but what you experience in your manasarira. For example, now what is your whole world? Whatever you are seeing, whatever waves created because of the seeing and listening inside you. This is what is your world. Now I am talking something. So each one is differently responding in your inner space to what you are seeing and what you are listening. That is what is each one's world. I can see each one responding in a different way to what I am talking. So now already one person is thinking, if whatever is changing reality, then why should I work? Why not lie down? Please understand, if by remembering this truth, if you think you can lie down, try lying down. You will not be able to lie down more than few days. Try. How many days you can sleep? No. We always have a fear. If I understand these great spiritual truths, I may become dropout from the society. I may not go to the job. I may not take care of my family. Who will pay my bills? Who will take care of my car, apartment? People have this big problem, this big fear. Understand? Assimilate these ideas. If this brings you laziness, just try to lie down. Relax with these ideas. How many days you can be lying down? How many days you think you will be sleeping? No, not more than few days. Your innate energy will not let you lie down as lazy. These truths can only bring you, it can only remove unnecessary restlessness. It can never make you lazy. We always think, logically question, oh, if I accept these ideas, then I may become lazy. No, accept, digest, assimilate, see. Only the unnecessary restlessness which is part of you, that will be removed. Never the needed energy, needed activeness, that will never be removed. You will be active. You will be alive. You will be taking care of your car, your house, your family, your relationships, your bank balance, everything. Only thing, the depression and irritation will be missing. But sometimes we feel that is missing. See, it was there for a long time with me. You feel lonely without that. Actually, after some time, you feel very connected and settled with the depression and irritation. If that is not there for 1 or 2 days, you attended by mistake some meditation, some satsang. It is not there. You feel something is lacking. What happened? From today morning, things are so silent, smooth. How come? Oh, yesterday I went to satsang. And you are waiting. All right, this effect will be there, I think, next 2-3 days. You calculate. You decide. You don't trust this effect can last long, or this can become your part of your being. This can become your nature. No, you say, no. All right, 2 days I will be like this only. Afterwards, I will become normal. I will become all right. You wait for it. Understand? Understanding this one truth, that whatever is just changing. Whatever I think as reality is just changing. That clarity relieves you from many sufferings. The tremendous inner healing will happen this moment in you. All our life, you see, it's like many times you can see when you have the nightmare, strong frightening dreams like tiger chasing you, snake chasing you, or you are being imprisoned, or you are lost, you are near and dear on some kind of dreams, and suddenly when you wake up, what kind of relief you feel? Oh God, it is all dream. How relieved you feel. That feeling, that inner healing can happen this moment from this life. From this life. Understand? Whatever you are going through now, suddenly if somebody tells you, or you realize, it's just a dream, what will happen? Oh God, what tremendous relaxation. What tremendous inner healing. Understand? You don't need somebody even to tell you. You yourself can remember. You yourself can recollect. You yourself can raise you to that understanding, that yukti, that whatever is happening around me is one more dream. Whatever I think as reality is one more dream. The third technique is yukti. Constantly you can remember. It's like a whole night you are dreaming as if you are making money, saving it, and building a big house. After completion of the house, you are wiping, cleaning. It's already clean. Even then you are cleaning, wiping. Suddenly you wake up. What will happen? That's the same thing you are doing. Remembering this again and again is what I call the third technique, yukti. Yukti of living enlightenment. The fourth, the ultimate one. The fourth important and ultimate one. Bhakti towards the unchanging energy. You may call that energy as God or Guru or Divine or Shiva. Any name you can use. Unchanging, feeling connection towards, strong feeling connection towards the unchanging reality, bhakti. Understand? Four technique to live enlightenment. One, Shakti, energy to change whatever you can. Next, Buddhi, intelligence to accept whatever need not. Yukti, understanding whatever you call as reality, how much ever you change, is one more dream. Changing dream. Yukti. Fourth one, Bhakti. Strong feeling connection. Feeling deeply secure. Strong feeling connection with the unchanging one. Unchanging reality. Understand? Strong feeling connection with that unchanging one. When it comes to you, you have a deep security feeling. Bhakti can bring tremendous security feeling in you. Let me explain how it can bring tremendous security feeling in you. If you think whatever you are having and enjoying, you are worthy of it, you will never have the fear it will be taken away from you. If you think everything is an accident, what has happened around you, your wealth, your intelligence, everything is an accident, you will always have a constant fear. Any moment it can be taken away. If not in this life, after death. If you understand what I am having is because I am worthy. Relaxing. It is because I am worthy. It is because I am worthy. It is there around me. If this clarity comes to you, you know very clearly, even if I die this moment, I'll come out and I'll rise in a space where I have all these things available. I have this much of intelligence, this much of money, this kind of ambience, this kind of situation, this kind of health. I am worthy of this. If you have that clarity, you know, even if you die this moment, you will take birth in the same kind of ambience. It will never be taken away from you. It will never be taken away from you. If you think whatever you have around you now is accident, you will have the constant fear. Even when it is there around you, you will not be enjoying. When you sit in the car, you will have one thought coming up. Who knows when the accident will happen? Who knows? Not only the car, even my life may be taken away from me. So even when things are around you, you will not be able to enjoy. When you relax, settle into that feeling connection to that unchanging one. Feeling connection to that unchanging reality. You may call it Shiva, you may call it Guru, you may call it God, anything. There is something which is unchanging. Feeling connected to it. Feeling connection happens in different dimensions. Sometimes in different bhavas. If you feel connected with a form, that's one kind of bhava. If you feel connected to the formless energy, that's one kind of form. It's a different thing. Different people feel connected with the different ways. People come and ask me, which is best one? Feeling connected through the formless way or feeling connected with the form? I tell them, there is no such thing as best. How it happens in your life. People who can't afford to feel connected to a living form, let them feel connected, because egoistic person can't afford to feel connected through a form. It hurts him. It is very easy to feel connected to some empty sky or open. Because you can continue to do whatever you want and put the blame on that empty sky. Nobody is there to question you. But you can't play that game with me. I'll question you. I'll tell, hey, you are playing your game and blaming me. So when you feel connected with the form, you need immediate transformation. So people who can afford this, let them feel connected with the form. People who can't afford, who don't have that kind of mental setup, let them at least feel connected without form. So it depends on the mental setup. It depends on the person. It depends on the way in which he is living. But anyway, if you feel connected to that unchanging reality, that bhakti, when it starts happening in you, please understand. Now what I am talking to you as a technique. Start developing it. It is possible. It is possible. Technique, the bhakti to the unchanging one. Suddenly you will see the tremendous acute feeling happening around you. The tremendous acute feeling happening around you. Now you know, whatever is around you, you are qualified for it. Even if you die this moment, if it is taken away, you will be again taking birth in a same space where all these things are provided, where all these things are around you, where all these things are directly with you. Only with this bhakti, you can overcome death fear. Till then, you can never overcome death fear. This is a straight method to overcome death fear. Otherwise, you will always have that fear. What will happen if I die? This apartment will be taken away. Who knows where I will take birth? I may be born in a slum. I don't know how long it will take for me to build an apartment. I don't know how long it will take for me to get a visa to USA. Again, I have to stand in the immigration. Again, I have to stand in the embassy. I don't know when I will go there and make money. I don't know when I will come back and establish myself here. All these questions. When you have feeling connection to that unchanging one, you know whatever is around you, you are worthy of it. And even if some way or other, even if it is taken away from you, you will again see you are in the same space. Everything is around you. Everything gathers around you. Please understand. I'll give the essence of whatever I am proposing. First thing, living enlightenment is living conflict-free. Conflict-free in your mind, body, and the outer space, which you experience as the world. Living in a conflict-free way with your body, mind, and the world you experience as your world. This is what I call living enlightenment. First definition of living enlightenment. Second, technique to live enlightenment. The fourth thing, Shakti, energy to change whatever you can, whatever you need to. Second, Buddhi, intelligence to accept whatever you need not change. Third, Yukti, how much ever you change, the whole world is one more changing dream. Whatever you think as reality, so one more changing dream. Yukti. Fourth, ultimate, Bhakti. strong feeling connection with unchanging reality. Actually, if you understand, whatever you experience is a changing dream, suddenly, automatically your whole consciousness will flow towards that unchanging reality. That is what I call bhakti. You don't need to create bhakti. Just remembrance. All these things are dream. Your whole consciousness will start flowing towards something which does not change. That's what I call bhakti. When you leave all these three, you are living Jivan Mukti. You are living enlightenment. So please understand, this is the essence of living enlightenment. Develop all these four, even if it is simple beginning. It's nothing wrong. Start. All the great achievements are done with a simple beginning only. Whether it is 5,000-mile journey or 10,000-mile journey, it starts with one step. Just yesterday we completed a Padayatra from Kanyakumari to Bangalore, our Nithyananda Dhyanapidam Bididi, 1,000-kilometer Padayatra. 1,000-kilometer Yatra, but it started with one step only. So, your Jivan Mukti, maybe how many kilometers I don't know, but it has to start with the first step. So I bless you all, let you all achieve and live, radiate, living enlightenment. Let you all be Jivan Muktas. Let you all live enlightenment. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. The Satsang, today's Satsang, in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga, 27th and 28th verses.
Sparshan kritva bahirbahyam chakshuschaivaantare bhruvo pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantarakarino yatendriya mano buddhir munir moksha parayanah vigate cha bhayakrodho yasadha muktaye vasaha.
Beautiful, both the verses. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyamscha chakshuschaivaantara bhruvo pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantaracharinav yatendriya manobuddhir munirmokshaparayanaha vigadescha bhayakroto yahasata muktayeva saha. Both verses together you need to understand. Let me give you the translation. The one who has made the sense objects remain outside by retaining the sight between the eyebrows, being in deep meditation, by balancing the life breath that moves inward and outward through the nostrils, by subduing the senses, the thoughts and the intelligence, having removed desire, fear and anger, being intent upon loosening the bonds, remains always relaxed and free. Understand these few sacred secrets. First, Bhagavan starts with the lifestyle. The first line he says is, the one who has made the sense objects remain outside by retaining the sight between the eyebrows. The first part. One who has made the sense objects remain outside. This teaches you enlightened lifestyle. The second statement, retaining the sight between the eyebrows. This is the technique. Please understand. Enlightened lifestyle prepares you for the extraordinary experiences. Techniques gives you extraordinary experiences. Enlightenment, realization, samyama gives you extraordinary powers. See the three classification clearly. Enlightened lifestyle is more life solution. That prepares the ground, root. Then comes technique, which gives you extraordinary experiences. Then comes realization, anubhava or anubhuti, which gives extraordinary powers. If you see Jnanasambanda's life, Jnanasambanda is one of the great incarnation. He is considered to be the incarnation of Subramanya, Skanda, because Jnanasambanda had Parvati. Parvati's milk, breast milk, the enlightening milk, is considered as the incarnation of Subramanya in the Saiva Siddhanta tradition, one of the great saints. If you see his life, the experience of Devi appearing and giving enlightening milk to him leads to the samyama, realization, an expression of extraordinary powers. In his life, the life solutions did not play much role because from the very young age, he had the extraordinary experiences and powers. If you understand these three classifications, many of your confusions related to spirituality will disappear. Many times, people try to think one is enough or one is higher than the other. Please understand, if you are matured, even one is not necessary. In these three, nothing is necessary. Ashtavakra, the moment he is born, he neither had experience nor had any powers, lived enlightenment. Sri Ramakrishna had all the three. Life solutions means enlightened lifestyle, and then the extraordinary experiences, and samyama, the power, realization. In Jnanasambanda's life, if you see, you will see two things. As a 3-year-old child, he did not study any shastras. He did not start going to school. He did not learn the lifestyle of enlightenment. He did not practice anything. Straight Devi appeared and gave the enlightening milk. And that experience has led to the samyama, realization. And he started expressing extraordinary powers. Neither one is higher than the other, nor one is lower than the other. For ordinary people, all the three are required. Don't try to have just one, not the other. If you have only technique, you may have extraordinary powers, but you may not have enlightened lifestyle, the lifestyle of compassion, love, the nervous system to radiate the joy. You may be missing that. I have seen many street magicians in India They have real powers. Please understand, they are not just doing some magic. They have miraculous powers. I myself have seen that the streets, some of the tribes who are followers of one or two of the techniques, they will follow just one or two techniques and have one or two powers. I have seen them converting ash into kumkum, just an ordinary rope into snake. It is not magic, it's a real power. They play with the miraculous powers. But they miss an important dimension of life, the enlightened lifestyle. Because of that, these powers are not useful to their life. It is not useful to others' life. Yesterday somebody asked me, Swamiji, I have studied many of the spiritual philosophies, organizations, followers. I have read many spiritual literatures, modern day spiritual organization. One thing I can distinctly see the difference with your teachings and your organization. Your teachings, either your teachings or your disciples, so intense in everything. How is this, Swamiji? How do you manage it? That is why I have to suffer so much. Really. See the amount of intensity. I don't cut brinjals. I cut diamonds. Understand, when you cut brinjal, the stress and strain is lot less. The pressure you need to apply is lot less. The work you need to do is lot less. But when you cut diamond, the stress and strain is too much. Even if you pour millions of liters of coolants, coolants become steam in the heat produced. My love is the coolant. But how much ever I produce, I pour the coolants. The very heat I create makes all the coolant into steam. If you know the diamond cutting process, you will understand what I am saying. Coolant is usually used to reduce the stress and strain during the cutting process, the grinding process. In Mahasadashiva, this time, usually I drop something in Mahasadashiva. It's a tradition when you go to Mahasadashiva or Varanasi, you drop some of your important patterns there and come back. What pattern I have? I have nothing. Last time somehow I find something to drop. I have decided to drop. Whoever comes to me for any boon, I will not judge. Any power expresses through this body blesses that, attests. Over. Only yes. No, no. I dropped the no and I am leaving. This time what will I drop? I tried my best. Finally I found one thing. I don't have anger itself in my heart. But sometime to train the disciples I show that Rudra Rupa. I've decided I'll drop that. So, you guys will not, I don't know, especially people who live around me or lived around me can't believe. Almost last 20 days I am not screaming at anybody. I have not raised my voice. I have not shown my big eyes. I also told my disciples that we will do a brain study on me, that even that anger grew, and the red cells which is responsible for anger has disappeared from my brain. The moment I said I am dropping, dropped over. The whole physiology has changed. Whole biomemory is different. Of course, I never had anger inside. It was only a show, a mask with which I used to play, so that people feel, people understand that what they are doing is wrong, sometime when they do wrong. Now, that's also over. They asked me, why did you drop this, Swamiji? Many people, they had the crocodile tears. No, 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 no. You cannot drop this. I said, decision is not in your hand. I already decided. This is the way it is going to be. Through this, I am increasing the coolant. That's all, nothing else. Through this, the coolant has increased. The intensity which my teachings and you guys radiate is because all these three is given equivalent importance in our Sangha. The enlightened lifestyle, constantly I am doing through morning satsang. And the technique, I don't know how many thousands of meditation, kriya, yogic techniques I have shared. Techniques. Next, a very important thing, realization. Kundalini awakening comes under that classification. Please understand. Just by the look, touch, word, so much of energy transmission, energy radiation, Kundalini awakening, experiences, samyama is happening. So much of intense spiritual transformation for so many people is possible because all these three are happening simultaneously. Simultaneously, all these three, enlightened lifestyle through the teachings, techniques, and experience. Here Bhagavan is sharing these three in this one verse. The one who has made the sense objects remain outside by retaining the sight between the eyebrows. First line is enlightened lifestyle, means made the sense objects remain outside. Second line, retaining the sight between the eyebrows. It's a technique. Third, by balancing the life breath that moves inward and outward through the nostrils. This again a technique. By subduing the senses. This is enlightened lifestyle. The thoughts and the intelligence. This again enlightened lifestyle. Having removed desire, fear and anger. Enlightened lifestyle. Being intent upon losing the bonds. Remains always relaxed and free. The last line is experience, samyama. Pick up all the three in your life, that is the complete spiritual life. The one who has made the sense objects remain outside by retaining the sight between the eyebrows, being in deep meditation, by balancing the life breath that moves inward and outward through the nostrils, by subduing the senses, the thoughts and the intelligence, having removed desire, fear and anger, being intent upon losing the bonds, remains always relaxed and free. Bhagavan is giving the technique. We'll try this technique from today. See, keep all the sense objects outside. Means decide all your sense organs, you are shutting it consciously Close it. Put a shutter. Tuck, 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 tuck. And then bring your awareness to your center of the eyebrow, the Anya. Feel very clearly the prana going in and prana coming out. Both are balanced. It means the moment you bring your awareness, it will automatically balance itself. You don't try to control. Just bring awareness. See, it's like a kids. You don't need to control. Just if you bring awareness on them, they'll settle down. You don't need to control. Just bring the awareness that you are watching. There is an eye on the child. It will simply settle down. Bring your awareness on the prana. Going in and coming out. Internally, do not allow the boilings to happen. Desire, fear, anger, those boilings weaken your nervous system. I tell you, if you allow the boiling of fear, desire and anger, you will have the worst old age. You will be in hell. You will not be able to control your nervous system. That leads to suffocation. So many other disorders. So let me give the step-by-step instruction for the technique. Sit and visualize all your senses are shut. I'll guide you. Please get ready. Sit straight. Close your eyes. Visualize. All your senses are shut. I am telling you guys to close the sense door, and Singapore they are closing the center door. Close the door of the senses. That is more important. And bring your awareness to the eyebrow. The Ajna chakra. Do not control, but bring awareness to inhaling and exhaling prana. Prana which goes inside and outside. And do not allow the desire, fear, anger inside you. Subdue the senses, the thoughts and the intelligence. of your third eye, between the eyebrows,
Sadašiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Body-mind connection, deeper truths. Beautiful subject. To tell you honestly, the deeper truths can come out only when a person inquires. Understand? The Gita beautifully says, Bhagavad Gita says, Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya. When you go with a question, with the attitude of questioning, you will start receiving the answers. The deeper truths can be opened only when you question. See, when you question, you make two things clear. One, you agree you do not know. Second, you express that you want to know. The great truths can be handed over. We can open up only when these two things are clear. A person who doesn't know, he do not know. If you don't know, you don't know, you don't even know, you don't know. If you know, you don't know, at least you know, you don't know. Person who is clear what he knows and what he doesn't know. And person who wants to know, only for him the deeper truths can be opened. Seeking reveals deeper truths. When you seek from outside, from a master, he reveals the deeper truths. When you seek from inside, same way, the life energy which is in you reveals the deeper level truths. Life energy and the master are not two different things. Traditionally, the Eastern masters again and again emphasize a beautiful concept. It's called experiencing the master inside. Till you experience the master inside, you need a master from the outer world. Once you experience master inside, you don't need master in the outer world. Till you experience, master will be a great help, revealing the great truths, deeper level truths. Maybe I'll just say a few words. Then you can start putting your questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions. More than me talking to you, if I answer your questions, you will be able to connect more easily, and it will be more useful for you. Usually, we don't listen unless we are answered. If just I am talking and you are sitting, we are there, that's all. We may be there in one place, in one hall. But if I am answering your questions, there more connection exists. And moreover, I will also know what exactly you need. Master is like an ocean. Whatever you need, you can have. It's like if you bring a coconut shell, you can carry that much. If you bring little big vessel, you can carry that much. Bring a big container, you can carry that much. Or if you are intelligent and make a canal, you will have. You are always connected. So it is just depends on you. People ask me, Swamiji, are you God? I tell them it depends on you, not on me. I'm available for everybody. Whatever way you want to connect, you can connect. What way you want to express, experience, you can experience. When you deeply feel connected, Master will be much more than God. It is feeling connected that plays major role. If you don't feel connected, you will be just sitting and hearing, but you will not be listening. Hearing is different, listening is different. Good listener is a guy who is thinking of something else. You can see people just sitting with closed eyes. He's a good listener. Why? Because he's lost in something. But if I am answering your questions, you will receive those words. Those words will penetrate you. Maybe it's like I may propose a few hypotheses. I am not claiming whatever I am saying is a truth. Please understand. I am just proposing. Let us analyze it with your questions. Only then it can become truth. Unless it is analyzed with your questions and internalized, nothing can be truth. Please understand, whatever you hear cannot be truth. Even if it is truth, it is not truth for you. Even if it is truth, it is not truth for you. Only when you analyze it with your question and internalize it, it can become truth for you. Understand? Just because it is truth, absolute truth, never think it is truth for you. When a master says, you are God, it's a truth. But it is not truth for you. It is not truth for you. Beautiful story from Ramakrishna. One master was teaching to all his disciples, everything is God. Next day, the disciple was going to the river to take bath. Suddenly, there was a mad elephant running, killing all the people, destroying everything. All the disciples ran away. One guy, he said, yesterday only master taught me everything is God. So this elephant also is God. Why should I run away? He just stood in the street. The Mahut, the person who is taking care of elephant, he was shouting, hey, run away, run away. This elephant has become mad. I am trying to control it. Don't stand in the road. This disciple said, no. Elephant is God. Why should I be afraid? The Mahut, the person who is taking care of the elephant, is shouting again, hey, run away, run away. The disciple did not move. Elephant came and just threw that disciple to one corner. He was lying there, almost dead. Within half an hour, Guru ran to help the disciple and asked the disciple, fool, why did you stand in the road? Disciple asked, Master, you only told me everything is God. That is why I was standing. Master said, true, everything is God. The Mahut who was taking care of elephant, he is also God. He told you to run away. You should have obeyed him also. Elephant is God, true. But the person who is taking care of elephant, who was shouting, hey, run away, save yourself, he was also God. Understand? Till you question, till you internalize, even great truth cannot be truths for you. So whatever I am saying now, these few words, it's like a proposing. Let us analyze it. Do not swallow it without analyzing. Anything which you swallow without analyzing will be dangerous. Especially in the spiritual field. If you swallow without analyzing, you are creating a wrong software. For it means software with virus. With a lot of virus. You see, the wrong software, not only it won't help you, it will create so much of nonsense, so much of problem inside your being. Whatever few good things you had will be will disappear, will be destroyed. So, internalize anything after clearly analyzing. So, I'll propose few truths, few things. You can put questions on these few words. We will analyze it. I'll try my best to help you to understand and internalize. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. In Sanskrit we call Shravana means listening, Manana means internalizing, Nididhyasana means expressing it. So, let you all listen, then internalize by analyzing and express it in your life by living it. First thing, please understand, we always think we will achieve experience then start expressing. No. There is no such thing as achieving and expressing, whether it is enlightenment or health or anything. You just start expressing and achieving happens in you. There is no achieving and expressing even in enlightenment. Do not wait for enlightenment to happen. Just start living, expressing the enlightenment. If you are enlightened, how you will live? Start living. You will see you are experiencing it. In the way when you express and the way you achieve the experience, that is the truth. It may be shocking. It may be shocking because you are taught first the experience should happen, then you will express. No. We will analyze it with your questions. Second thing, an important truth. We always think we have two kinds of complexes like inferiority and superiority. One thing you need to know, you don't have something called superiority complex. You have only one thing, inferiority. Your ego is only inferiority complex. Whatever idea you have about you, less than you being a God, is lie. Because you are God. So whatever you carry about you, the idea is only inferior, lower than what you are really. So never ever think your ego is arrogant, your ego is violent, your ego is doing something which is more than you. No. The very idea there is something more than you, that idea is ego. First putting a boundary, then trying to go out of the boundary. Whatever complex you have is only inferior, means lower than you. You can have only two things. One, you thinking about you less than God, or you thinking about you as God. If you are thinking about you as less than God, you are suffering with inferiority complex. If you are thinking you are God, then you are living the truth, that's all. There is no such thing as superiority complex. There is no such thing as ego exists. Third important thing, your ego is not so powerful to take away your enlightenment. Your ego is not so powerful to take away your enlightenment. Relax. Stop thinking that your ego is too big. Even your ego is not too big as you think. Even in negativity, you are not so big as you always think. So even your ego cannot take away your enlightenment. Whether you believe it or not, experience it or not, you are the eternal consciousness. Maybe these few truths, I think these few truths are enough to create enough questions. Let us not take too many things. First let us take Vivekananda, great master, he always used to say, instead of reading the whole library and not internalizing anything, take up one or two truths, analyze it and internalize it and express it in your life. You will live enlightenment. You will live enlightenment. Maybe last one word I'll add. Enlightenment is ultimate but not final. Enlightenment grows. When I say I am enlightened, it's not that I have stopped growing. No. It's not that I am dead. Only dead things does not grow. Ultimate is happening in me every moment. When I say enlightenment, it is ultimate but not final. Ultimate happening in you every moment. The best thing which can happen to you beyond your imagination will be happening. When that happens, you think, oh, final, over, God, nothing else is there. But again, suddenly one more door opens next moment. And again you think, that's all. I think I can't stand anything more. Over. Again, one more door opens. That final, that ultimate is happening every moment. That is what we call enlightenment. Every moment you think you have touched the final, again and again new door is opening. New things are happening. So just take these four truths like Mahavagyas. Mahavakya means the ultimate truths. Paramarthika Satya, in Sanskrit we call ultimate truths, which does not change. These satyas, these truths, you can utter at any time, at any country, in any culture, to any crowd. This does not change. Eternal truths. Now let us look these great eternal truths, Nitya Satyas, Paramarthika Satyas, and analyze them with our questions and internalize them. These are the deepest truths of body-mind connection, body-mind, spirit, or whatever you call. We call these great truths as Mahavakyas, the ultimate words. Let's analyze them with your questions. See, if I'm asked to speak, I can speak for hours. I can speak for hours. In last 4 years of my public life, I came to public life only last 4 years. 2003 I came to public life. Now 4 years and few months. In 4 years of mission, I have spoken 4,700 hours. 4,700 hours I have spoken. I can speak. But I feel, you see, if I go on speaking, I may create an idea in you, oh, this guy is well informed, well read, intelligent, full of wisdom. You may have that idea. My work may be done, but I want to do your work. That's why I am answering your questions. If I am just speaking, my job will be done. But if I am answering, your job will be done. So I want to do your job more than my job. If I am just constantly speaking, I can speak. You will also go. I have always seen, after the lecture, people come out and say, wow, I never thought you will be so intelligent in this age. But if you just catch them and ask them, what did he say? Please repeat. No, that and all you don't ask. He spoke well. See, people just feel good when they don't have to do anything. And one more thing, people come to me after the lecture and say, Swamiji, you spoke so beautifully. I catch them. All right, I spoke beautifully. That's true. But what did you understood? What you understood? That and all you should not ask Swamiji. You spoke well. It's like trying to get my attention by complimenting me. Nothing more than that. So if I just speak, the same thing we will be doing. I will be speaking and you will be complimenting. But I don't think this is enough. I had enough of that game. Now it is time. Let me talk what you really want. Let me spend my time in really answering you, really sharing something with you. Instead of me speaking what I know, let me speak what you want to know. So, I've always seen people who continuously speak without bothering what people want. They may establish an idea that they know, but it's no way going to be useful. So better let me do your work than my work. Any question, please put it in writing. Now you can put it in writing so that it will be easy. I'll answer one by one. How do I get enlightened? I want to, real bad and urgently. Let me be very honest. Just this very feeling is enough to make you enlightened. Don't bother about anything. Only one thing I want to know. This feeling should be really a truth. It should not be just a word. Just look into yourself. If it is really a feeling, it should not be just a question. It should be a quest. Understand? Question is a word. Quest is a feeling. This line, how do I get enlightened? I want to, real bad and urgently. If these words are quest in you, if these words have come out, if this question has come out of the deep quest, you don't need anything. Just boil. Just let your whole being be burnt with this quest. That's enough. Nothing else needs to be done. Let this boiling be intense. Allow this boiling, allow this burning, allow this intensity, allow this urgency. Let the urge become urgent. Let the question become quest. Let it just eat your ego, eat your inner space. See, the thirst happens to you. The quest happens to you by the divine grace. People ask me, Swamiji, I will become enlightened by the divine grace or by my effort or by my quest. I tell them, you having the quest is the first sign that you have a divine grace. Unless you have the divine grace, you will not have quest. Understand? This quest or seeking is like a seed feeling suffocated inside the shell. See, the life which is inside the seed, unless it feels suffocated inside the shell, it won't open up and become a tree. The moment seed starts feeling that it should open up, the seeking, urgency, quest to become a tree, it means already the tree inside the seed has started expressing itself. If you are feeling that you should become enlightened, the Buddha in you has opened his eyes. The Buddha in you has started waking up. Now is just all you need to do is open his eyes. Or all you need to do is just get up and have a cup of coffee. Just jump out of your bed and have a cup of coffee. The Buddha in you needs a cup of coffee now, nothing else. The very seeking, allow that seeking. just from morning till night, let it burn you, let it boil you, let it create a deep dissatisfaction in you, let it swallow your all other depressions. See, in the life you will have so many other depressions, sufferings, like this is not there, that is not there, this is needed and that is needed. All those sufferings be swallowed by this one suffering. Great master Ramana Maharshi, who lived in South India, he used to say, the quest, seeking, is like a stick used to burn the dead bodies. In India, dead bodies will be burned with a stick. They will put a lot of wood and it will be burnt. They will use a big stick to burn the dead bodies properly. So after burning, they will throw this stick also into the same fire. Same way, your seeking should be like a stick to burn all your other desires. Once all the other desires are burnt, this desire, this seeking also will be put in the same fire and be burnt. So understand, let this seeking, let this quest, you say, how do I get enlightened? I want to real bad and urgently. Let this seeking, let this feeling take away your all other sufferings, your all other depressions, your all other desires, your all other concerns about life. Let that happen. Then you will see, suddenly this seeking disappears. It's not there. Suddenly it disappears. When the seeking disappears, you are enlightened. You achieved what you are seeking. Unclutching is the answer for a blissful life. Who told you? If you know the answer, you should not be putting this question. Understand? This is very controversial. Contradicting. You say unclutching is the answer for a blissful life, but what about when an event in life pulls me back to the life drama? First thing, you should be very clear, you do not know the answer that unclutching is the answer for a blissful life. No, you do not know. If you know that, as you have written here, you will not know the further question. You will not have the further question. The moment you have but, you do not know the truth. Please leave that answer part to me, not to you. So I should tell unclutching is the answer for blissful life. You cannot write that. You are doing my job also. First thing, let me answer now this question. You are saying, but what about when an event in life pulls me back to the life drama? Again, unclutch. See, the first, second and last thing which you need to know about spirituality is unclutching. First thing, unclutch. Second thing, unclutch. Last thing, unclutch. That's all. If you want to know one more truth, once more I will tell unclutch. Understand? But what about when an event in life pulls me back to the life drama? Be very clear. You are supposed to unclutch only when an event pulls you back to the life drama. Unclutching when you are not pulled is easy thing. Unclutching when you are pulled is real unclutching. That is the real unclutching. You say, I am unclutched when I don't have any depression and problem, but I am clutched when I have problem. It's like you telling, whenever I am sick, I am not able to take medicines. When I am sick, I am not able to take medications. When you are sick only, you need medication. When you are suffering, only then you need unclutching. See, I understand the mental setup behind this question. You remember your failures which happened to you when you tried to unclutch in your past, and start believing you can't unclutch when a life drama happens, when something bad happens. Unclutch from the idea that you had many failures in the past That is the ultimate unclutching. Unclutch from your failures. Understand, just because you failed yesterday, who told you that you will fail today also? No. But you are very clear, you believe strongly you are going to fail. That is where the problem starts. Now, understand, when an event in life pulls you back to the life drama, unclutch. Put it in your home, the board unclutching, and daily change that board. Put it in new colors. If it is the same color, you will take it for granted. Every day put a new board. I always tell our ashramites, don't even put a board, just have a white blackboard, white board, every day on that write, today unclutch, today unclutch, today unclutch. You write, only then you will remember. Today's unclutching is not yesterday's unclutching. If you put a board, you will think yesterday's unclutching and today's unclutching is going to be same. No. Every day write by your hand, and next day don't think, oh, today I am going to after all write the same thing, why not leave it? No. Erase that. And write once more, today I will unclutch, today I should unclutch. Write once more. Only then you will remember, yesterday's unclutching is not the same. Today's unclutching is going to be totally different. So do not take unclutching for granted. Do not get clutched with unclutching. Can you comment on what is body-mind-Atman relation? Wow, this is a nice question. With understanding, if you understand body, mind, Atman, there is no relationship. There is no harmony. There is only unity. Understand? There is a big difference between harmony and unity. You cannot achieve harmony. You can achieve only unity. If you look little deep and see the truth, you will understand all three are one and the same. You will experience unity. If you do not look into yourself, if you are working for harmony, they will be like intimate enemies. They will be very intimate, but torturing each other. If you are married, you know what I mean. You will understand. Do not work for harmony. If you try to work for harmony, that itself will create more confusions. There is nothing to harmonize. There is nothing. There is no three thing to create harmony. Just look into the difficulties and complications which this body, mind, spirit creates, and try to understand more and more just by seeking. Just by seeking. I always tell people, when they ask like these big questions, just play with the books. Don't bother whether you are reading right or wrong and all those things. Just let the seeking happen. You will see suddenly new things open up, and you land on the right experience. I write so many books. Every week we publish 3-4 volumes. As on now, we have published 200 volumes in 12 languages. I tell them, I always tell people ask me, Swamiji, which one should I read? I tell them, read everything. Only then the clarity will start happening in you. Because I have given techniques, I have given tips, I have given instruction for all kinds of minds, all kinds of people. So read even the instruction given for the different kind of mindset. So you will start respecting that kind of people when you meet them. Not only that, you will understand the uniqueness of you. Try to read everything. Try to create more and more understanding. You will see that there is no relationship between body, mind and Atman. They are not in harmony, they are in unity. How long did it take for your enlightenment? Oh God. This is business secret. For enlightenment itself, it did not take more than a kshana. Means kshana is not a second, understand? In Vedic time system, we call kshana is a gap between one thought and the other thought. If you have less number of thoughts, your kshana will be more. In Vedic system, we don't calculate time chronologically, we calculate time psychologically. So your time will be different from the person who is sitting next to you. Both of your time and the person who is sitting next to you, his time will not be same. It depends on the number of thoughts you are having. For example, if you are sitting with somebody whom you really love, feel connected, even if few hours pass, you will not know. Suddenly you will see, God, 2-3 hours disappeared. What happened? How did time go? If you are sitting with somebody, you don't feel connected. Every 2 minutes what you will do? What happened? My watch is not working or what? Time is more psychological, not chronological. So, it took only one kshana, gap between one thought and the other thought, because there was no second thought. That's what enlightenment. But if I have to say, how much of time it took for me to land at right moment, I can say maybe 10 years. 10 years it took for me to play with all kinds of techniques and to land on a right technique which will open the door. Which will open the door. One more thing, when you do any technique, the technique also grows along with you. Sometimes I tell people, just repeat my name. They think, what kind of technique it is? This fool, I think he doesn't have any time to teach me, that's why he is telling me, just to repeat his name. I tell them, the moment you grow, this technique will grow. After a few minutes, it will not be repetition of my name. It will not be even remembering me. It will be just a different sound. After a few minutes, if you go deeper and deeper, you will just go to the source from where the sound is coming. Technique also grows with you. If the technique is not growing with you, it is not technique. It is a dead word. It's a teaching. There is a big difference between teaching and technique. Whatever comes out of the master is technique. Even his teachings are techniques. Whatever comes out of a teacher, even his techniques are teachings. Understand? Technique grows with you. When you grow, technique also grows. In my case, maybe I can say I took 10 years to play with all these techniques and to land on the right technique, to land on the experience. But the enlightenment itself took only 1 second. It's like I had 10,000 keys in front of me. I do not know which one will open the door. So I have to play with all 10,000 keys. Finally one day the door opened when the right key was used. Now let you understand, you don't have to do the same thing, wasting 10 years. I am here to give you the right key, open it. Why do you want to waste 10 more years? Here is the right key, Unclutch, which is a master key. Master is the master key. Master key, just open. You don't have to spend 10 more years reinventing the same thing which I did. You do not have to reinvent, and I do not have copyright for my intellectual properties. In the East we believe knowledge is free. So I am open, you can use the technique. You are requested to use the technique. Swamiji, how can we be sure of our Swadharma? Wow, it's a nice question. You travel towards what attracts you, to the direction your heart is attracted. Sometime your heart may change after 1 year or 2 years, it's okay. Courage to go behind your heart is what I call penance or tapas. If you go behind your head, you will have wealth. If you go behind your heart, you will have enlightenment. Sometime you may have to give up something if you go behind your heart, because heart will update itself. Head will not update itself. Heart will update itself. When heart updates itself, you may change, your desires may change, your needs may change, your ideas may change. So you may lose some wealth which you acquire, or some specialization skills which you gain. But I feel that is what I call penance, tapas towards enlightenment. Going behind your heart is Swadharma. Swadharma means the lifestyle, the law of nature. Your law of nature must be going behind your heart. Sometime it may ask you to take some risks, but no other way. That's the best thing. If you go behind your heart, and if you die even in the platform, you will have the deep satisfaction that you lived your life. Even if you die as homeless, you will be in home, at home. But if you go behind your head, even if you live in 5-star hospital, you will be pushing and pulling. You will not be at home. Does the ego serve any beneficial function? It's a nice question. I think as of now you don't have to know the answer for this question. If I say there is some beneficial function, you will start holding on to it. But in truth, there is some beneficial function. I can't just say there is no beneficial function. I can't tell a lie. In truth, there is a beneficial function. But better let you not know what kind of a beneficial function. As far as you concerned, you just try to work only to eliminate. Whatever beneficial function it will have, that will do it by itself. You don't bother. Is your definition, what is healing? Do you believe in one healing another? What is universal language? First thing, what is healing? Do you believe in one healing the another? I don't believe in one healing the another. In our healing system, there is no two person like a healer and healer. In our healing system, healer and healy disappear in one space, healing happens. I do not believe in one person healing the other. As long as the healing and healer exist, healing cannot happen. In our healing system, we teach people or we help people to fall into, the healer will fall into a space where there is no healer and healy, and simply the healy gets healed. That's all. So there is no healing, the healer healing the healing. What is universal language? It's a nice question. The silence which you will not understand by the word silence. When I say the word silence, you will think wordlessness. No. It is not just wordlessness. It is intense positive energy. Understand? Silence is not just wordlessness. It is beyond words. Any word which is created will simply merge into that vibration. That vibration is only called silence. That silence I can say intense, active, energetic silence is what is universal language. Not dead silence as you think. No. Wordlessness is not universal language. Wordlessness any fool can do. Many people come and tell me, Swamiji, my teacher never speaks. Because if he speaks, he will show that he is not an intelligent guy. The difficulty, you see, if you don't open the mouth, people may think you are a fool. If you open the mouth, you will confirm it. So because of that fear, people may be just sitting in silence. But that silence is not universal language. The silence which an enlightened being creates means any number of words cannot justify that vibration, that frequency, that feeling, that experience. It will just disappear into that experience. That experience is what I call silence. That is universal language. See, in my native place, Arunachala, there is an unbroken lineage of enlightened masters for last 2000 years. Unbroken lineage. And my predecessor's predecessor is Ramana Maharshi. After Ramana Maharshi, there was one more master called Yogi Ramsurat Kumar. And after him, the people experience or whatever you call me or anything. Okay. My predecessor's predecessor, Ramana Maharshi, people always reminisce that he was silent. And people always ask me, Swamiji, you are so intense, so joyful, ecstatic, open. But Ramana Maharshi always used to be silent. I have a big problem. And I tell them, when you reminisce, you feel you are silent because that experience is mind-boggling. But he himself was not silent, dead as you think. The life around him was so intense. In just 3 years, his talks, the 3 years, whatever he spoke is compiled, and more than 25 volumes have come out. And you say this guy is silent. And from morning till night, including the kitchen cooking, he will be doing. And you say this guy is silent. No. But his presence will be so intense. When you reminisce, you will feel, you will not have any other word except silence. That is why you think it is silent. So that silence is universal language. An intense energy, but you will not have any other word except the word silence to express what you experienced in his presence. That silence is universal language. What is the purpose of cruelty and suffering in the world? I do not know, because I do not see any cruelty and suffering in the world. If you are seeing, you should ask this question to yourself. Tell the question.
The question was, how do you control the...
Western, as the attaining enough, as the Western?
Like the Western, you know how Western society always says you have to attain a certain car.
Yes. Oh, that's nice. I understand. Now you are talking about the peer pressure. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. See? Now I got the subject. So first thing, what is the scale of success? There is no scale. All of you can't be Bill Gates, surely. So there is no scale. Like a success or all those things. You see, it is just you feeling enough. Your feeling enough is success. Wherever you are, if you know how to manage with the clarity of enough, you are successful. I always tell people, be in the company of the people who make you feel you are enough in the outer world. Be in the company of people who are inspiring you to expand in the inner world. But now you are always in the opposite. Whenever you want to meditate, people say, hey, why unnecessarily, you are enough. Enter yourself. And in the outer world comes, no, you should get a bigger car. See my car? So, you are always in the opposite energy. That is where the problem starts. The peer pressure is in Tantra, there is a beautiful Shloka, Sutra, which says, the Maya Shakti, means the energy which runs this universe, uses jealousy as a stick to make you do whatever she wants to do. In India, you see, they will be playing with these monkeys. These guys, they will do shows with monkeys, circus shows with monkeys in the streets. They will have a small stick. Once they pick up that stick and tell whatever they say, the monkey will do. If they just drop that stick, that monkey won't listen. Even though that guy knows he can pick up the stick anytime, unless he picks up the stick, he will not listen. If he once picks up the stick and says, hey, walk straight, that guy will walk politely, tuck, tuck. And he will say, hey, just show how the women fetch water from river and walk. That guy will put the hand on the head and he will walk, tuck, 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 just like people walk when they come out of the river. And he will tell, hey, jump 3 times, and that fellow will jump. He will use how the circus guy, ringmaster, uses the stick to make the monkey to do whatever he wants. Same way, the Maya Shakti is using jealousy or the peer pressure as the stick to make us do whatever she wants. Understand, peer pressure is the worst conspiracy created against human beings by the so-called leaders. Just to expand their ego, just to show their ego, they are creating peer pressure in you. Otherwise, the world has got enough for our food, stay, medical care and clothing. All our basic need, we have enough. But just these few so-called leaders, whatever name you may call it, capitalism, communism or any ism, the so-called leaders constantly create the peer pressure to make you guys run. The beauty is, I always tell, India is a spiritual incubator. Not because I am born and brought up in India. In India, if you drop out, you are respected. No, really. See, let me tell you from my experience. At the age of 17, I dropped out. Means I said no to society. No education, no work. I will not study. Studying means working for future is studying. You understand? Studying is what? Working for future. Means you are promising that you will be useful in the future. And working means you are fulfilling the promise that you are useful. I said no. Neither today I am going to be useful, nor I am going to give the promise tomorrow I will be useful. Enough. No. Actually, this color cloth is saying capital letter no to society. Whenever we decide to say capital letter no, this is like a t-shirt with a big no to society. I am wearing the t-shirt. In your t-shirts you write so many things now, like that. I write a big no to society. So I said very clearly, the beauty, 17 is the age, either to study or work. From 17 to 23, I did not do anything. Of course, after that also I did not do anything. That is different. That important period, I did not do anything which will be useful for that society. But the beauty of that society, it did not abuse me as a homeless. It did not disrespect me. See, it gave me food, it gave me clothes, it gave me shelter with respect. With respect. In India, in any village you go, the sadhus, people will not give after they eat. They will first give food for you, then they will eat. Any sadhu. Sadhu means the Swami, who is doing research in the inner world, who is not useful anymore to the society. See, I am a young guy, healthy young guy, not handicapped or what to say that. No difficulties. I can be useful to the society. Healthy young guy decides not to study and not to do any work, useful work for the society. He is given food, cloth, shelter with respect, not in one village or two villages, throughout India, because I walked throughout India in that 9 years. Understand? Every village this tradition is imbibed. See, in one village you are given food, you are taken care. Means that village is a good village. But I at least walked through 1000 villages. At least 1000 villages. Length and breadth of the country. I was given food, shelter, clothes, all with respect. With respect. That is the beauty of that great culture, great tradition. I always tell people, if you want to be dropout, just go and stay in India for 3-4 months. You will get so much of confidence. You will get so much of confidence. All the peer pressure will disappear. Till morning 10 o'clock, you can see people sitting in the bank of Ganges and meditating, repeating Shiva, Rama, Krishna. Till morning 10 o'clock. Means from early morning 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. If you ask them, are you not going for any job? When I am tired after meditation, I may go little. I may do little work. If you want to drop, if you want to say no to society, if you are suffering because of peer pressure, just go to India and stay for 2-3 months. You will just this idea of peer pressure will disappear. Your life is not an utility for anybody. Understand? Your life is not a utility. Just drop from the idea you have to achieve something from your life. You will achieve life. Till then, you will be achieving only something from life, not the life itself. Life is far more valuable than anything which you can achieve through life.
Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambha Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all, my love. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Yajaman, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar Kota, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasa e-Gurukul students, Kailasa's NHU students, and Paramashiva Ganas, all the Paramashivoham Season 8 participants who have logged in from all over the world, having Nayana Diksha, and everyone sitting with us through Kailasa TV, Kailasa's NTV, Kailasa's HNTV, and other social media platforms. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Faltering in diagnosis of the root cause of the problems is source of delusion. Understand, when you have a stomach pain, if you falter, miss in diagnosing what is the problem, why is that problem, you will never find the right solution. You will never quickly solve the problem. One has to find the real reason for the problem. Understand, it is too simple in the life to get into delusion. Please listen carefully. If you are having continuous arguments with your spouse, fight with your spouse, problem is too simple. You have something seriously wrong in your stomach. Start taking Neem juice. Don't plan for divorce. Don't go for dating sites. Go for Neem juice. Because if you find the new partner, again you are going to be doing the same thing with him or her if you have not changed your stomach. The constant irritation, frustration you feel starts in your Manipuraga. Find the real reason for problems. 10 days, be without irritation, anger in the stomach, frustration, grounded or rooted in stomach, in a relaxed way with the Neem juice and Haritaki. All these I call superfood. You will suddenly see 90% of the problem between you and your spouse has disappeared. They become irrelevant. Your inability to stand you, your inability to handle you, bust out. I'm giving you one small example. In every level, the wrong diagnosis, for example, if you want freedom, you are feeling suffocated and you want to be free from this suffocation, don't go for choices. Choices is not freedom. Work on breaking this suffocation. Now you can't even go for vacations to feel relieved. All vacations, Corona Tidpach. All choices, Corona Tidpach. All options, Corona Tidpach. Now the only option left for you is working inside. And I am telling you, it is too simple and too easy. Real people build inner space. Listen. Real people build inner space. Fake people blame outer place. I tell you, there are some things you need to do only in the outer world, like eating. Anything to maintain your physical body, like working out, yoga, gym. All this you'll have to do in the physical world. But unfortunately, all this we always do in the mental world. Mentally, we strongly again and again imagine, plan, get even a blueprint of how you are going to work out every day and how you are with the six-pack and 18-inch biceps. You even buy all the running shoes, all the accessories needed, multiple brands sometimes. Some things which you have to do physically, you go on be imagining about it. Many things which you need to do mentally, consciously building the ability to see what is the real suffering and what is imaginary suffering. Having that much of inner silence, inner space to see what is really the goal of your life and what will really expand your need for life. I tell you, freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. I'm defining freedom. Freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. Actually, you are free. You can manifest the life you want just like that. Why don't you understand? I am the living example. I want to stand on the top of the world and scream, which I am literally doing now. Standing on the top of the world, Kailasa, and screaming, "Oh, human beings, because you have a consciousness, which is my own reflection, You are all free and you are all empowered to manifest the life as you want. Anything else, all other alternative beliefs you are carrying, your impossibility, everything is the brainwashing done to you for the people, by the people who are planning to exploit you. Dun, 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 dun. This is exactly what to do. Anyone makes you feel you can't manifest the life you wanted is planning to exploit you. I tell you, your SDHD really does not matter. Your conscious decision matters. For example, I give you an example. Somebody, he decides today onwards, I will consciously surrender myself to Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva in me. Then naturally self-doubt and hatred and denial, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will wake up and say, what are you talking? You, Paramashiva? Paramashiva means he is a creator, destroyer, liberator. He does all the 5 actions. He creates, he maintains, he destroys, he pulls out of depression, delusion, and he liberates. How can you be Paramashiva? That your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, all that will stand up and start jumping. I tell you, your inner miniature version of your mother-in-law is your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It will just jump. I'm telling you, consciously, your life never ever gets touched by the impact, effect of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Listen carefully. Only mentally you attack yourself, stop yourself and tie yourself in your couch and start doing Nidra Devata Puja. Nidra Devi Samadhi. Listen. The beauty of your consciousness is it does not get affected even by death. Then can it be affected by your stupid self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial? Loser. Lusani. Please understand, I am talking something scientifically scientific. Cosmic science. Your existence, what you feel as you consciously, does not get disturbed, shaken, even when your body is pulled out of you. When your mind is pulled out of you, it doesn't get shaken by anything being pulled out of you. Listen, I am not brainwashing you. Keeping Mahadeva, Paramashiva as a witness, I am revealing his inner space how he is inside, I am opening it to all of you. I am just opening a door for all of you to experience Paramashiva's inner space. I am telling you, just internalize this. Your balance sheet will go up. You will take amazing business decisions. You will take enlightened business decisions, enlightened relationship decisions, enlightened health decisions, enlightened life strategies. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial does not impact you. It does not have a stay over you. When you torture yourself with your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, you become demon. I have always seen people who torture themselves become murderers. Strength, because you can get involved with the life, is freedom. Having a son or daughter, kid, does not make you father or mother. The feeling, experience you have by knowing you can get involved with that kid's life and mold it beautifully, in an enlightened way, that makes you father or mother. Ability to get involved in your responsibility builds your career. Ability to get involved with your guru and his sangha makes you enlightened. Ability to make enlightened decisions about your health makes you live healthy and long. See, life is all about the diagnosis and solution. Not having blind spots in your diagnosis or making enlightened decisions or executing those enlightened decisions. That's all life is all about. The physics, chemistry, biology of this pralaya, this pandemic happening, is rooted in delusion. Do not allow delusion. Do not allow delusion. I'll give you examples for delusion. 1. False diagnosis. The real problem is you having headache, but falsely diagnosing your spouse is responsible for all your sufferings. You just need a cup of coffee, not diverse lawyer or dating site. Stop false diagnosis. Always first choice should be looking inside for the cause of the problem, and solution for the problem is enlightened way of living. Understand? If you are not able to find any reason for your problems, cause and solution inside, then start looking for outside. But first, looking inside for the source and cause of the problem and solution is enlightened living. False diagnosis is delusion. That's first. Next, I know the solution, but I am not able to do it. That is the delusional arrogance. Understand? Delusional arrogance looks like almost humbleness, but extreme demonic violence. Listen. Ravana knows the solution is simply return Sita to Rama. But delusional arrogance. Shishubala knows, just shut the mouth and stop abusing Krishna. But delusional arrogance. I tell you, stop delusion and delusional arrogance. Stop delusion and delusional arrogance. I am repeating. If you rightly diagnose cause of your one problem inside and decide to work to solve it, suddenly Paramashiva gives you so much energy, you will solve 10 of your problems. I tell you, this Pralaya, Paramashiva is opening the stargate of Kailasa to liberate billions. Actually, he is waiting to liberate all of us. Otherwise, he would not have sent me here. Especially with so much of torture and suffering, attacks, he will not be keeping me alive still. if it does not have a purpose, I tell you, I am useless for myself and for the world other than giving liberation. I am only useful for only one thing. I can liberate people, that's all. I have no other use. If he is keeping me alive, he wants to do the job. That is why he is keeping me alive. Understand? The only thing I can do, I can sit like this in Padmasana for 20 hours a day and go on liberating people, initiating people. I am useful only for that. And how much Paramashiva has to be actively involved and strategize to protect me, I only know. Because there is so many people, so many gangs trying to assassinate me and destroy and do so many things. Paramashiva has to constantly strategize to protect me, keep me alive. And constantly he has to strategize to make me available to you all. If he is doing so much, be very clear, he loves the world, he loves humanity, he really wants to liberate human beings. I am a love statement from Paramashiva. I am a proposal of love to humanity from Paramashiva. Will you get enlightened? Will you become me? Understand? I am just a loud, clear statement from Paramashiva to the whole humanity. Will you become me? That's the only usefulness Paramashiva has. I think that's the only reason he is keeping me alive. Because keeping me alive is really, really costly. He has to directly get involved, handle everything. Please listen. This pralaya is a most beautiful opportunity for you to get enlightened, have superconscious breakthrough. As I said, within next 5 years, millions will be walking around the planet Earth, radiating superconscious breakthrough, manifesting powers of Paramashiva, state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness of Paramashiva, Kailasa of Paramashiva. And I tell you, even little bit of spiritual practice, you get the first share of superconsciousness. You get the lion's share of the stimulus check of superconsciousness. Just like countries do the stimulus plans for economical revival, stimulus packages for economical revival, the post-COVID situation, how the top corporate companies receive the lion's share. Same way, even little bit of spiritual practice, either practicing Nirvikalpa Samadhi, unclutching, completion, Purnatva, oneness, Suddhadvaita, Ajapa Japa of Mahavagya, deep feeling connection, bhakti. Any of this will intensely make you manifest Paramashiva. Not only you can sail through this pralaya, you can have super conscious breakthrough using this great opportunity. I want all of you to watch this video once more. I want this truth to be engraved in you. Not only universe is expanding, the expansion is accelerated. I am telling you all this for last so many years. That acceleration is the superconscious breakthrough actually happening from the avyakta component of Paramashiva, unmanifest of Paramashiva. The superconscious breakthrough has started already. Whoever just raises will receive it immediate. Small story. A doctor and lawyer both faced a bear face to face. Lawyer immediately started running. Doctor shouted, "Do you think you can outrun the bear?" Lawyer said, "No, I have to outrun you, not the bear." Same way, you just have to outrun the common mass, that's all. Because Paramashiva is going to pick and choose the best. If you just outrun the common mass, that is enough. He will simply shower on you. You just have to be a little more unclutched than the common man. Even little spiritual practice can give you a great superconscious breakthrough. Especially when this situation of pralaya is happening and expansion of the universe is accelerated. I want all of you to watch this video once more. Please watch it carefully and understand this one line. The punch line of this video is not only universe is expanding, the expansion is accelerated. Watch.
You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists from around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky, measuring the positions and distances of more than 4 million galaxies and quasars. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical perspective, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy, or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. During the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. The 4th and latest Sloan survey took place from 2014 till 2020. During this time, the new project called the Extended Baryon Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic sky and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys allow scientists to trace the large-scale structures of the universe up to a fraction of its horizon, represented by the cosmic microwave background emission, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
Directly, by the grace of Paramashiva, with a deep devotional commitment to Mahaganapati, Mahanandi, the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, and Paramashiva himself, Paramashiva himself is opening the space of Kailasa for all of us, letting all of us experience his space. Come on. Sit in a simple, unclutched way. If you already learned unclutching, initiated into unclutching, if you have watched any one of my video describing unclutching elaborately and understood, started practicing, then I can assure you are initiated. Sit in an unclutched way. Or you are a person, have intense feeling connection. You can't close your mouth. The moment you see my photograph or satsang or video, it goes automatically and it stays there. Till the screen shuts, mouth can't shut. If you are that kind of a being, the most beautiful, I tell you, even now, when I just see Arunagiri Yogeshwara's deity, it's literally me, my own reflection, or I should say, I am his reflection. But even now, when I see the deity, the way my lips will reach ears and goes up, or even when I utter the word Arunagiri Yogeshwara, when I even start talking about him, the way the lips goes to both the ears and my eyes became watery and the body fluids, how they start melting down. If you are that kind of being, just sit in that feeling connection. If you are a person with a deep completion, sit in that Paramashanta Swarupa completion, that Purnatva. Any one state is enough for me to guide you and take you through the stargate into the portal of Kailasa and give you the experience of Kailasa. You don't need much punya to enter into Kailasa. Devotion is more than enough. Only Swarga needs a lot of punya. To enter into Kailasa, just if you have given one handful of rice to me or one small coconut to my photograph, that's more than enough. The gates of Kailasa will open. Because Kailasa does not look at the merit or punya, it looks at devotion. You don't even have to give physically a coconut. If you mentally offer a handful of rice or a coconut, or mentally you just visualize, I offer this banana with the devotion to you. Oh, my Guru, take me to Kailasa. Oh, Paramashiva, open the doors of Kailasa for me. That is more than enough. Kailasa does not need your valuables. It only needs your devotion. Actually, your valuables are not valued there. It's your devotion only helps you stay there. So just simple conscious decision. Paramashiva, here I am. Please manifest through me. I tell you. Now, especially due to this accelerated expansion of the universe, from the avyakta, unmanifest form of Paramashiva, that intense energy is seeping through the vyakta, manifest. It's just oozing out. Today I'll guide you all beautifully with the grace of Paramashiva into Kailasa. With the Dhyana Shloka of Paramashiva. Just sit. You can sit either unclutched, practicing unclutching, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, or practicing oneness, Shuddhadvaita, or practicing Ajapa of Mahavagya, or practicing completion. Any one of this is okay. Just sit. Literally, you will be in Kailasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bow down, Paramashiva Ganapati. Bow down, Nandish. Guardian of Kailasa space. I bow down to Mahakala Bhairava, Veerabhadra. Parashak. All the gods and goddesses of Kailasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Shiva Shrunuta Brahmana Sarve Guhyat Guhyataram Param Asti Meror Utak Bhage Maha Kailasa Parvataha Sambasya Sagunasyayam Sabaktasyendu Maulinaha Samvase Yojananam Cha Vimshat Kodibir Ayataha Dauhatyamedat Vikunam Asyanyeyam Dvijottamaha Navaratnamayam tasya Madhye Shikaramuttamam Tatralayam Maheshasya Nanaratna Vichitritam Prakarakko Buratala Valayibir Virajitam simhasane tatra mahan sambhu sadashivaha prapulla kamalollasa panchavimsanmukhajvalaha kritananayuyodbasti panchashatkaramanditaha prabullaraktambujatta Srinabhyam Shriyuga Pajvalaha Vichitraratnakachitaha Bhushanair Abhibhushitaha Anega Kodi Suryapaha Paramananda Vigraha Aprakridattanushriman Lakshya Lakshanavarjitaha Yado Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasasaha Gangashraya Jata Juta Chandrareka Vibhushitaha Basmodulita Sarvanga Vyalayanyopavitavan Kapalamaladaricha Vyakracharmam Paravritaha Prativaktram Trinayanaha Bhakta Sarvartha Siddhitaha Pracharya Dakshinam Bhatam Kunchayit Vedaram Padam Abhayam Shakrashulecha Gangapanau Gadam Bhuche Katkatomara Shaktischa Parasuprasa Panjapan Alangusaksha Shurikan Dvajadandakau Vajraguntasthidam Shrascha Kragancha Pindipalakam Panjavimsadi birhastaihi Tatano Dakshinaischubaihi Varachavau Mrugham Changam Edapasa Parashvatan Mutkaram Damarugam Kantam Rudravinam Chapustakam Kapalamundakatvangaha Pushundi Paridanapi Palagam Patta Samvetram Kamandaluhutasanau Kartarim Musalam Picham Vipratvamaystatakaraih Mahan Sadashivasyoyam Rajate Tatra Parvataha. Surrender your form into his form. Surrender your name into his name. Surrender your being into his being. Surrender your consciousness into his consciousness. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Creation of creation, creation of maintenance, creation of destruction, creation of delusion, creation of liberation, maintenance of creation, maintenance of maintenance, maintenance of destruction, maintenance of delusion, maintenance of liberation, rejuvenation of creation, rejuvenation of maintenance, rejuvenation of rejuvenation, rejuvenation of delusion, rejuvenation of liberation, deluding creation, deluding maintenance, deluding rejuvenation, deluding the delusion, deluding liberation, liberating creation, liberating maintenance, liberating rejuvenation, liberating delusion, liberation of liberation. Let all these 25 faces of Paramashiva manifest and give darshan to all of us. See the 25 face and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Paramashiva with Parashakti Manonmani seated on his lap. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Breathe in and breathe out as Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva prevail. Let only Kailasa be alive. Let only Paramashiva be. Let's all dissolve into Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva be. Let all these 14 lokas, Tripuras, dissolve in Paramashiva. Let Paramashiva alone prevail. Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Be in the state of Paramashiva, in the space of Kailasa. I sincerely recommend and request everyone to join the Paramashivoham 16-day online program from 26th July to 10th August. 11th August to 26th August. We have next 2 batches of Paramashivoham. Dates announced today. If you want to learn, master art of unclutching, science of unclutching, science of completion, science of oneness, science of power manifestation, experientially, please come to Paramashivoham program. You can sign up for Paramashivoham program. The program is based on voluntary Guru Dakshina, voluntary offering traditionally given in Hindu tradition to gurus. But we will not deny anyone access to the program due to economical reason. If you don't have money, we will not be denying the program for you. We request everyone to donate, contribute, but we will not be denying the program and experience for anyone due to monetary reason. So, I welcome everyone, invite everyone, highly recommend and request everyone to attend the next 2 batches of Paramashivoham, 26th July to 10th August, season 9, 11th August to 26th August, season 10, to experience Paramashiva experientially. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness, and Kailas of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.